Anyhow, now, by the way, I have never sat down and figured out how to even hashtag. If I put a video into YouTube, which merely my broadcast, which is the correct sense of the word, just chucking out little bits of corn, but I haven't done it properly yet. If I put a video onto YouTube, which will augment the gradually developing writing on ralphschism.com, I've never even... I did it 20 years ago or 15 years ago. I tried to figure YouTube. I don't even know how to put a hashtag or to put a subject. Never mind. Game the algorithm. I just put them straight, raw, full stop. Right, now, this is the most momentous video clip, which I want to be 5 minutes only, so I have to talk quickly, even though I would like to communicate with non-first language English, as this society is lost. As I write in ralphschism.com, I mean, to me, it's, well, for many years, years ago I realised only people of the hills, people of the mountains and the hills, are unflappable, are without head fuckery. Because when you live in such marginal conditions, I preferred actually the Pyrenees. I spent quite a lot of time in the Pyrenees. But even in Eastern Powys, if you live in such conditions, or preferably now, because Wales went very, very bizarre. It always was. The Black Mountains of Craswell, where I lived with my daughter for 8 years. When you live at 1,500 feet, 450 meters, when you live at that height, you are not able. Things have to be real. You have to say what you mean and mean what you say. You have to be able to rely on people, and you have to be able to step aside of all the psychodrama that everybody else seems to be addicted to. Now, just so happens that my life... Yes, so this is the most momentous video of all in history, kind of. Even though it's just the Odyssey. As the Odyssey worked. I'll never tell anybody, but I think it might have. But it's even more poignant than that. She likes her... What's it called? It's written down. Who had Pilger on a year ago. Poor old Pilger. Well, he did a good job. Right, let's avoid politics, because it's not about politics. It's always about, well, Bob Dylan quite rightly wrote, we live in a political world. Everything is political deep down. Right, I mean, even... Now, so I'm going to be cryptic, but some things, it's not a case of some things are private, it's just some things are a surprise at the end of a great big book, maybe. I don't know. I actually couldn't care less about anything anymore. Now, I can't actually identify where I've moved to, and I need nothing. I've been living for 2.5 years, not paying 1 penny ever, it's my religion, to stay here and there and just hide away in that car park, or even sometimes in towns, because you're actually more anonymous in a way there. Because now there's a technical... no, not a technical reason. Only one human being knows why I can't identify where I am. Because there are fanatics out there in respect of certain aspects of... Humans are omnivorous. So I cannot even give any clue, which suits me fine. I have no interest. My only interest is maybe this winter I will get into a really good groove of just writing up all sorts of interesting things from 20 years ago, some of which I'll drip. Anyway, now, everybody absolutely hates me. If you've lived A, in the mountains, B, been a single parent, essentially for 13 years, because I did a few years with somebody else, and also Been a completely self-reliant single pilot, commercial pilot, bobbing around all over the place. You have to be totally unflappable. Everybody hates me for it because all the non-mountain dwellers are just sort of seems to be psycho, whatever. Anyway, I should identify the last places I was living at, because yet again, for the it's about the 10th time in 10 years, you get a landowner. Well, landowner is a complicated word, but somebody Welsh on the end phase of you doing a little bit of work for them. No, they're Welsh. Everybody Welshes. Right, anyway, to the point. This is why you have to be organised, though. One day I shall write a great big book on that. So, I even keep my batteries. Now, this comes out as a reminder. It's a great thing if you've put something on cooking and you've got to do three. I've always had to treble task. Right, so I even keep the batteries out of it so that it doesn't go on inadvertently. Right, so I'm going to put a battery back in. See if the battery still works. Right, quick. Now, everything out here is for a specific reason. That's how I operate. Now, there's too much, but I've just settled down and I've got to... Oh, it's still working. Right. So let's give it 30 minutes. Now, I have two. Good. Right. Now, that is plugged. I've got two of these batteries, which were like a gift from the goddess Pixies. August last year. I found them in a deserted old co-op. Right, they're basically unused. I don't know if they were stolen. Right, so what I'm going to do is test them. What? Well, that's not a very good start. They were fully charged. Well, that one seems to be dead. Huh. Let's test that one. I was going to test them both for 30 minutes. They were fully charged a week ago. I was going to test them both for 30 minutes. Well, that one's working better. Oh. Nah, both of them have had it. Quite interesting, that, because these were basically unused. I assume some kids had pinched them or something. I haven't used them much over the last year. Okay, it went to 2 or 3 degrees last night. Yeah, they both had it. See, it's got a red light. Neither of them are any good. So I literally have one battery that's 1.5 years old, and another one that's 3 years old. So we're a bit buggered in this system. They just don't hold charge. Right, let's get to more interesting things. So, now I'm not actually going to say, oh yes, this is why you need full solidarity. Oh, that was a waste of time. See, I know they're both at the same state of charge. They've both been left unused for about a week in the same temperatures. And I was going to see which one's got the longest period of charge. I was assuming they've got an hour or 2 left in them. I was going to time them. Right. Now that you almost expect, but these, I've worn them twice for about 5 kilometres. Both of them. And these are fucking cat. I mean, they're hardly used. Okay, I bought them second hand. They've got, what have they got on them? No more than 1,000 kilometres, not even that. They got 500 kilometres on them. This society is just... But this is why you need solidarity and fellowship and working together properly, no matter what, come what may. I mean, here we have yet another... Well, we're going to chuck hers in the fucking bin. Like, you have a friendly, encouraging conversation with a younger person and... well, she's 32. You send her a short follow-up message 2 or 3 days later. Like, wow, you're so interesting. And can I nudge a few things your way just to focus you on some artistic, what's it called? Declassified kind of things that she's into? And you get fucking blocked. It's just, I give up on all of them. You've no idea where you are with anybody in this awful non-mountaintop people's society. Right, so the way through it, oh yeah, even these. So, I mean, my actual next problem is I've had about 6 or 7 of these. They're kept so carefully. They've got a note on that say, maybe wonky. I tested those earlier. Nope, they're totally wonky. This one is just about working. And, oh, where did I put it? The other one. Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, there it is. I knew I had it out. And that one was my good one, and that seems to be going intermittent. And they're kept so carefully. See, this is why we actually need real solidarity. Not made up fucking saying things on Facebook solidarity, or of course it's now Instagram. You actually need real solidarity. Right. Anyway, I'm going to put up a section of that. I don't, I'm sorry, I've given up with all of this. 30 years ago, I saw through all of this alternative living crap. I've got one letter to write here. Right, I'm going to enjoy it. That's the important thing. That, we'll see if the operation here will stand for that, which I think it will do. But you see, it is about being a philosopher. I know it's too difficult a word for all the... they're not... I don't even want to call them New Age. For all... this is... the moment I arrived here, I drew a line. That's it. It's merely about what are the interesting patterns we can comment upon from the past. But I have a way of turning them into now. But not regarding my patch of land. I'm loyal to somebody else's operation. Right, because this is of no interest anyway. Oh, yeah. That's what you call... See, I have one sadness in life. I very rarely... I think I found that somewhere. I very rarely feel I'm going to use this because I keep my teeth in pretty good nick. I brush them several times a day without toothbrush paste. But I got 6th of June last year. I didn't expect to see somebody who I wanted to see, and I hadn't brushed my teeth. And I was getting a bit smelly and even hadn't got around into that. Anyway, that was used once in the last few weeks. The last time ever, because it's empty. Right. And, maybe... yes, I'll try you. Now, you see, this has been slightly adapted. I've got that plugged in. Because the clips power that. So if I leave it turned off, because it's just about, it went down, it was -3 the other night. I didn't plan for this, so I can survive anything, but I want to be functional. So if I plug that in there, let's see. But I've done this before many times, and I should be using my right hand. Because the story of my life, well, you don't know until you've read my great big memoir about sort of, I don't know. So is that even charging? No, it doesn't want to know. Why not? Where's the cable had it? No, it just doesn't want... Have I got the right one plugged in? What have I got 2 here? That was the other one. Was that one? Oh, no. Oh, yes. These are charge only ones, but it will charge. By the way, I don't use that phone number, so fuck off. Right. No, good. Just the other one. But this is what you need your energy for. But more important than anything, no, that one needs. See, you know that's working because it's got a light. Oh, 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 oh. Just might have been a... Yeah, but it always says slow charging. Charging 4 hours. Well, it's better than nothing. You get a dribble. That system, you get a dribble. I'll use them for that. Right. Waffle, waffle, waffle. But the point is, and I started to write 10 years ago, actually 12 or 13 years ago, when you just have endless... If you want to use the land takes a lot of time and energy. Even your fake little Gwerk community garden. Somebody here makes jokes about it. It takes a lot of time and energy. So you have to have two things plodding along okay in your life. The things need to be fixed. You have to have somebody who's going to fix them with you. You have to be on top of your continual stuff-breaking nightmare. No, I don't use words like nightmare. Just pain in the bottom. And you also have to have people who are working along with you without any of this awful mermaid speak. Every other word is attacking what somebody perceives of your personality, and that I've encountered that for 15 years. It's just appalling. It's horrible. No, I don't care. I think it's funny. It's pathetic, though, and it just means you can't ever do anything efficiently. And then the lie of Pastiland. These came from one of your many theme park, well, you could call them workshops because that's all they are, but a gathering of people paying a lot of money to go on great big show-off runs. And yet on the southwestern coastal path, within 2 kilometres of where I lived, they left these to just turn into yet more fucking plastic. You know, whilst, and here's the important thing, their whole performance was the most pious we are gods act ever. Not gods of the body, gods of the we care. We come into the environment, use it for I think there was about 500 of them. I've got films and doodles. Oh, there's another phase or two to come of this. And then they leave this fucking shit, this rubbish, this plastic along beautiful, supposedly... And the National Trust didn't come and pick them up either. They were there a couple of months. Right, the end. There is no hope. This whole society is fake. And frankly, even though Scott Ritter's trying to get off on scaring everybody to death, and of course that means he gets lots more traffic, and you're all sitting there in your phones are, is it going to happen today? Rather than just doing things. And this is actually doing things I'm going to be writing about properly, but it needs to be engaging and funny. I do make people laugh sometimes. Right, but it's going to be done now.